Cal, and Ronnie Mayos of Cal will be running the meet record. Tom Downs of UCLA set it in 82. You can see the NCAA qualifying standard, the meet record 346.4. That other figure you see down below, an athlete competing in an event, a sanctioned event, should he equal the NCAA or surpass the NCAA qualifying standard, means that he is qualified then for the NCAA track and field championships. And that'll be held in Indianapolis later in the spring. Lane assignments, we've got Jay Martin of California running in lane number 1, senior for the Bears. Then UCLA has Mark Junkerman running in lane number 2. Back to California, and Doug Henderson running in lane number 3. UCLA, Christian Cushing Murray. And for California, Ronnie Mayos. And the best time, well, Junkerman has run 3:45.8. Henderson of Cal, 3:50.9. Martin of Cal, 3:55. Has gone 3:42.1. How do you handicap this one?
Well, Martin won this race last year. He won the 15 and the 5,000 last year. It's a very interesting thing. Jay Martin had an outstanding high school career, and he's never really lived up to the potential they thought he would have coming out of high school. He, by the way, was coached by his father in high school, Jack Martin, who was 11th in the 1956 U.S. Olympic trials in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. But Martin, Junkerman from UCLA, it should be between those two. There's a runner named Doug Henderson from the University of California. He's a freshman, and Coach Irv Hunt is looking for very, very big things for Henderson. He's from Lake Oswego in Oregon, and Doug Henderson could be a big runner for the California Golden Bears in the years to come. But it should be between Martin and Junkerman here.
1,500 meters. Now they're going to run 100 meters and come over to get over to the regular start area, and then we'll run the track 3 times. The Bruins have won the long jump. Mike Powell with a 25.10 1/4. Kevin Young of UCLA 24.5 3/4, giving UCLA an additional 8 points. So unofficially, the score for the Bruins now is going to be 37.5, and for Cal, 21.5.
Tom, that's Christian Cushing Murray, the 18-year-old freshman from North Hollywood, who's taken the early lead. He's followed by Junkerman and Jay Martin in 3rd place for California. So the 2 favorites in this race are right now running 2 and 3, Junkerman from UCLA and Jay Martin from Cal.
Martin, you say, won it a year ago, and the 5,000 as well, running in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, they need Martin today. They really need big points from Jay Martin. If Cal is going to have a chance of winning this meet, Jay Martin has got to get at least 2nd place. He really needs to win this race right here. This is a very, very big race for Cal in this meet, and UCLA is very well aware of that.
It is not evident to you as I look at the monitor in front of us, but the rain now has increased and is coming down at a pretty good pace here, and that's got to be disconcerting to the athlete as well as the spectators. 2 brilliant dual meet teams, both undefeated coming into this competition today, and UCLA has really had the best of it. 17 straight wins over the Bears, and many thought this might be the Bears' year, but so far the Bruins are on top, and unofficially they have a total of 37.5 to 21.5 in points so far.
It's still Cushing Murray out in front, Tom. Cushing Murray, Junkerman and Martin going 1, 2, 3.
2:01.3 I heard for a split.
The runner in 4th place right now from California, Ronnie Mayos, is a senior from Tel Aviv, Israel. He's the Israeli record holder at 1,500 meters, 1 mile, and 1,000, and that's Doug Henderson behind him. Henderson's the freshman from Oregon.
Well, Christian Cushing Murray, the rabbit, has dropped out of it now, and we've got Junkerman of UCLA taking over the lead, and hard on his heels is Jay Martin of California. In fact, Cal is running 2, 3, and 4 now.
With Mayos and Henderson right behind Martin.
And it looks like it's really going to be a struggle right to the wire. We've got Mark Junkerman of UCLA leading as we come to the bell lap.
And Martin's
400 meters to go.
Martin's running a very smart race. He's right on Junkerman's shoulder, right where he wants to be.
And of course, Henderson and Mayos are the other two bears out there, but the battle is for first place. Martin trailing Junkerman as they're midway down the backstretch of this 1,500-meter event. The Bears desperately need the 5 points. 3:01.3 for 1,200 meters. And boy, Junkerman's not giving an inch.
All right, Martin's got to make his move coming up pretty soon. They're coming up to the straightaway where they'll have 100 meters to go, Junkerman and Martin.
And it's a battle between these two as they are just inches apart. And Junkerman is not giving up at all. Martin coming out, but I don't think he can catch him. In fact, Junkerman is widening his advantage to a yard and a half. And with the roar of the crowd, will win it by about 2.5 or 3 yards. And the Bruins will finish first, and Cal will finish second, third.
A big, big win here. Here's Martin coming up on his shoulder right here. Martin's trying to make his move, and as you said, Tom, the UCLA junior Mark Junkerman wouldn't let him in there.
In fact, when he put the pressure on him, when Martin looked as though he might just get by him, well, Junkerman refused to give an inch, and in fact widened his advantage from what you see right there to about 2.5 yards as they came to the wire. And they that's a grimace of pain as well as everything else, and in fact the water pelting down on him. All in all, 3:42.8 the unofficial time, 3:42.8 the winning time for Junkerman. We'll be back after this message. Slowly but surely dumping the moisture on us here.
Tom, this reminds me of days in Europe during the Grand Prix season in July, August, and September. You get days like this all the time in places like Zurich and Cologne where it rains like crazy.
The meet record for the discus, Dave Porath of Cal in 81, 195 feet 6 inches. This is Kerry Nazula of California.
One of 3 finished weightmen on this team.
191 feet 2 inches. His best this year. Boy, he slipped in there and fell, and he may have hurt himself.
Just what we were talking about. It's very, very slippery in there. It's very dangerous to throw the discus in this situation. And again, this is the reason that UCLA is holding Jim Banich out of the meet.
Watch him go down as he lets the discus go, losing his footing. It's got to be slick in that ring.
And the whole idea in the ring is to create as much speed as you possibly can. And in conditions like this, it can be very, very dangerous.
Well, we'll be back with more.